Dr. Sarah Chen knelt in the damp soil of her research garden, her gloved hands carefully extracting what appeared to be an ordinary earthworm. But this wasn't just any worm. This was Subject 6B, the focus of her groundbreaking study on alternative respiratory systems, as she held the glistening creature up to the morning light. She marveled at one of nature's most elegant solutions to a fundamental problem: how to breathe without lungs. The discovery had begun 3 months earlier when Chen, a respiratory biologist at Stanford University, was investigating oxygen transport mechanisms across different species. While most of her colleagues focused on complex mammalian lung systems, Chen became fascinated by the simplest breathing method on Earth: cutaneous respiration, or breathing through the skin. When we think of breathing, we immediately picture lungs expanding and contracting, Chen explained to her research team that morning. But Subject 6B here has been breathing continuously for weeks without a single lung in its body. No trachea, no bronchi, no alveoli, nothing we traditionally associate with respiration. The earthworm in her hands, scientifically known as Lumbricus terrestris, had been tagged and monitored for her study. Using advanced microsensors, Chen's team had been measuring oxygen uptake and carbon dioxide release through the creature's skin. The results were remarkable. Despite having no respiratory organs, Subject 6B was processing oxygen with impressive efficiency. The secret lies in the earthworm's unique skin structure. Unlike human skin, which forms a barrier against the environment, the earthworm's epidermis is permeable and constantly moist. A thin layer of mucus, secreted by specialized cells, covers the entire body's surface. This mucus layer dissolves oxygen from the surrounding air or water, creating a medium through which gas exchange can occur. It's essentially breathing through its entire body, Chen noted in her research journal. Every square millimeter of Subject 6B's skin surface is a tiny lung. The process works through simple diffusion, the same principle that allows oxygen to pass from our lungs into our bloodstream. Oxygen molecules dissolved in the mucus layer diffuse through the earthworm's thin skin and directly into the blood vessels that lie just beneath the surface. Meanwhile, carbon dioxide waste travels in the opposite direction, diffusing from the blood through the skin and into the environment. What makes this system particularly fascinating is its dependence on moisture. Chen's experiments showed that when Subject 6B's skin dried out, even slightly, oxygen uptake dropped dramatically. This explained why earthworms emerged during rain, not just to avoid drowning in waterlogged soil, but because the humid conditions optimize their breathing. The earthworm has essentially turned its entire body into a breathing apparatus, Chen observed. While we mammals dedicate specific organs to respiration, Subject 6B has integrated this function into its basic body design. The implications of this research extend far beyond academic curiosity. Chen's team discovered that earthworms can survive completely submerged in water for extended periods as long as sufficient dissolved oxygen is present. This amphibious breathing ability allows them to navigate both terrestrial and aquatic environments with ease. During controlled experiments, Subject 6B maintained normal oxygen levels even when placed in water-saturated soil conditions that would challenge lung-breathing creatures. The earthworm's skin continued extracting oxygen from the thin film of water surrounding soil particles, demonstrating the remarkable versatility of cutaneous respiration. The efficiency of this system becomes even more impressive when considering the earthworm's lifestyle, as it burrows through soil, processing organic matter and aerating the earth. Subject 6B maintains constant gas exchange without the energy expenditure required for active breathing. There's no muscular effort needed to inflate lungs or move air through respiratory passages. Chen's research revealed that this passive breathing system has evolutionary advantages. The earthworm's simple circulatory system, consisting of 5 heart-like structures called aortic arches, pumps blood through vessels that run close to the skin's surface. This positioning maximizes contact between circulating blood and the oxygen-absorbing skin. Subject 6B represents millions of years of evolutionary refinement, Chen explained to a gathering of fellow researchers. While complex organisms develop specialized respiratory organs, earthworms perfected total body breathing. It's minimalist biology at its finest. The study also uncovered the critical role of hemoglobin in this process. Like humans, earthworms use hemoglobin to transport oxygen, but their hemoglobin is dissolved directly in the blood plasma rather than contained within red blood cells. This dissolved hemoglobin can pick up oxygen immediately as it diffuses through the skin. Temperature plays a crucial role in Subject 6B's breathing efficiency. Chen's measurements showed that oxygen uptake increases in cooler conditions, explaining why earthworms are most active during cool, moist nights. The cooler air holds more dissolved oxygen, and the earthworm's skin can extract it more effectively. Perhaps most remarkably, Chen discovered that earthworms can adjust their breathing rate by controlling skin moisture levels. When oxygen demand increases due to activity or environmental stress, they can secrete additional mucus to enhance gas exchange. This biological feedback system allows them to fine-tune their respiration without conscious control, as Chen concluded. Her morning observations of Subject 6B, she reflected on the broader implications of this research. In an era where human respiratory diseases affect millions, understanding alternative breathing mechanisms could inspire new medical approaches. The earthworm's efficient, organ-free respiration system offers insights into gas exchange that might inform treatments for lung diseases. Subject 6B breathes without lungs, lives without complex organs, yet thrives in environments that challenge much more advanced creatures, Chen wrote in her final report. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most elegant. The earthworm wriggled gently in her palm before she returned it to the soil, where it would continue its vital work of aerating the earth while demonstrating that breathing is far more diverse and wonderful than we ever imagined. Subject 6B had proven that sometimes the most profound discoveries come from the humblest creatures